Parental engagement is so important for schools because it makes such a difference to pupils across all aspects of school life. We like to value and showcase children's achievements here at Park Lane School. If your parent is really interested in what you're doing at school, then the child is going to take that as a really positive message. Parents feel part of the school, children feel that the school and the parents are working together, and therefore the relationship with parents really improves. It's vital for schools to have a vision about where they're going to move forward to in terms of ICT overall. For example, curriculum ICT, MIS systems in school, engagements of parents, all of these aspects are really key. Now, once you've got that vision and you've shared that vision and you've got people on board, then you can start working out your strategies as a school to help you meet that. The Vector framework is going to be really key to schools because it will act as a point of reference to determine where they are along this range of activities that they can do, and more importantly, give them some sort of guidance about where to go. The first section in the Vector framework is recording and reporting, and within that section there's quite a key area about strategy. And what's certainly highlighted for us at Park Lane is the things that we're already doing are already incorporated into that section. So strategy is very important. Strategy determines the way you're going. It's for you to determine after that how you're going to get there, and that's where all schools will be slightly different. In terms of parental engagement, we've worked very hard over the past couple of years to develop aspects of the school that will encourage parents to have more of a say in what's going on and to even access very simple information. The use of ICT makes this much more possible nowadays, of course, because all sorts of things are open to us and are available to schools and to parents that weren't available before. We developed a website, and that's continuing to develop, and we have all sorts of things on there for parents. We have letters that go out from school which are downloadable, we have policies, we have procedures, we have information about school meals, we have information from different class pages. We also encourage parents to email teachers directly. Not all parents have day-to-day contact with the school, for example. Older children would come in on their own and perhaps walk home on their own. And if a parent has got a concern, we want to be able to answer that concern. One of the key areas actually was we developed webcasts. So each term, each teacher makes just a short recording, 1 or 2 minutes, of the sorts of work that children are going to undertake that term. Parents find that very useful, and it's really nice to put a face to a name and hear a teacher's voice and see the teacher's face. The staff here at Park Lane were actually very highly skilled, but what wasn't done was more of a directive approach about utilising their skills, and that has to be led by initially that vision, and then how you share that, and then the senior management team, and therefore through the whole school. Now, communications in the school were quite a big issue actually, because we're quite spread out over a large area, and one person didn't know what another person was doing. So one of the first things we did was encourage email communication. Secondly, we had a secret page on the website, so anything that's happened in the day is posted on that page. So, for example, what I'm doing, if I'm seeing parents, if we've got visitors into school, if classes are out, if supply teachers are in, that sort of thing. The governors have got their own area on the website as well, and they can store their documentation, their minutes of meetings, agendas, they've got a diary up there. So any important bits of information that governors need is accessible through that website. So everybody has access to the website, everybody has their own email, and so communications are much more open. It's important for schools to make sure they utilise the functionality of their MIS systems fully. We at Park Lane have done that by actually putting the MIS systems into classes. So teachers, for example, can take attendance directly, they can add assessment directly, and that therefore they can access that information. At Park Lane, we can access our MIS system remotely through a very secure login system. When we came to do the end-of-year reports last year, we do that through our MIS system. So because teachers could access that at home, they could input the data and write their reports at a much more comfortable pace. And the quality of the report that went out to parents was exceptionally good. One of the big challenges for us is to make sure that we keep our data secure. Now, in terms of online reporting, If schools aren't mindful of this, if schools are slightly careless, if they download data to a memory stick, perhaps that memory stick gets lost, perhaps they use other systems that aren't as secure as your own MIS system, then that's leaving that data open and vulnerable. We don't want data getting in the wrong hands. We don't want individual data about our pupils not being secure and safe, and we want our parents to know that. Parents can also access the work their children are doing through their own children's STARS account, and it's a way of actually keeping them involved in the work of the school. Parents have got PCs at home, they've got mobile phones, they are much more aware of how they can contribute and collaborate with schools. We've set up a blog on the front page of the website, and sometimes they collaborate quite well on that. So what we hope to achieve is much more of the collaboration aspects. What we want from parents is for them to upload things, to provide us with information that will support us in determining where the children are and where we need to take them next. I also think it's really important for schools to make available to parents all information they hold on the pupils, so they could access their personal details and make sure that they were up to date, for example. They could access the child's attendance, attainment, behavioural issues, special educational needs, anything that any school would hold on its individual pupils, but they need to have it in a way in which they can understand, that's accessible to them at any time that they want to access it. We're looking forward now to using the framework to give us some direction about where to go next. Schools can move forward on this quite easily and without any worry if they just build on what they're already doing and recognise what they're already doing, because they will be meeting some of these requirements already. Set their plans in action, utilise staff skills, have conversations with parents. What do parents want? Let parents recognise what you're already doing. Let them have a say, give them a voice. So schools need to be really confident that if all of those things are in place, they shouldn't have any problems meeting the 2012 date.